I've always had a connection, a fascination with gardening, and everything that goes with it. I'm not much into growing fruits and vegetables, more like specialty gardens, collections of plants, flowers, grasses, fountains, statues, bees, and butterflies, especially butterflies. My mom shares the same passion. We both especially love the idea of building a secret garden. Secret gardens are special little places where you can sit, imagine, and discover all the little bits and pieces of magic that happen when you slow down and look close enough. And it's best if you have someone to share it with. So when I finally got the opportunity to build a secret garden, I did so with my mother in mind. I wanted to create our own little place. A place where we could both sit, imagine, and discover all the little bits and pieces of magic that happen when you look close enough. I began by clearing out the overgrowth, the weeds, and literally thousands of 4-foot snake plants. We were in the middle of the pandemic, and I had nothing but time. Oh, hi, Doug. Once I cleared everything out, it was time to lay out the foundation. But the foundation for what? At this time, lumber had gotten too expensive, so I had to use whatever I could find. The scraps and pieces I did find weren't always the best, but I made them work. I happened upon a collection of old windows and doors, and these slowly became the walls of a very homemade greenhouse. I've always liked the hand-painted Coca-Cola logo on the side of old buildings and thought I'd hand-paint my own. Mom likes the color of sky blue, so I painted the inside of the greenhouse sky blue. I turned the greenhouse into a blue house. Mom approved. The shelving was installed, and then along came the plants. Everything was looking good. It's pretty amazing what people will throw away. Now I have a 10-foot windmill for added interest. A couple coats of white paint, and our little blue house is done. Across from the greenhouse was all of this, which I cleared away. This gave me 15 more feet of garden space. Again, I'm amazed at what people throw away. I found this fountain on the side of the road. It works great, and the birds love it. A friend gave me a bunch of leftover lumber, and I started to build a fence. As the weather started warming up, my small collection of flowers started to bloom. The blooms, of course, started to attract butterflies. Lots of butterflies. All kinds of butterflies. From tiny skippers to giant tiger swallowtails the size of my hand. from iridescent green orchid bees to big, fuzzy, busy bumblebees. I even tried growing some cherry tomatoes and some pear tomatoes. I did pretty good. Mom really loves orchids, so I thought the next thing to build would be a small orchid house. I started building this much the same way I built the greenhouse. I used 3 doors to build the walls and a door as a door. Summer was almost here, with a lot of purpley blues popping up. Everything was looking really nice. I added some more plants to the blue house. Everybody really seemed to enjoy the extra humidity. I've always wanted a greenhouse of my own. It's a secret garden within our secret garden. It makes me very happy. Every secret garden needs a gate, and I had something pretty cool in mind. But more on that later. Summer had begun, and new little buddies were popping up all over the garden. Along with an occasional visit from a handful of hummingbirds, new flowers began to appear. The Mexican sunflowers were in bloom, which brought in every butterfly from the neighborhood. I couldn't wait to share this all with my mom, but that would never happen. In the middle of summer 2022, Mom suddenly passed away. Everything stopped. I lost my passion, my inspiration, and connection to everything. As time went by, I picked up a job washing dishes at my friend's restaurant. I thought being away from the house and the garden would help me out a little bit. More time passed. The garden wasn't looking too good. It was overgrown and full of weeds. Then early, one chilly morning, something changed. I realized I really missed the sound of the fountain, which was now full of muck and had been knocked apart by raccoons. So, I decided I should put it back together again. Now that the fountain was working again, I thought it'd be best to pull up some weeds just to make things look a little better. And while I'm at it, maybe I ought to cut some of this other stuff back. And why not? It's a beautiful day. Let's give everything a nice big haircut. It's always so nice to come back to a garden after you've been away for a while, to get your hands dirty and make everything look nice again. And since lumber was affordable again, I was able to finish the back fence. It really felt nice to be back, but I had a lot to catch up on. The orchid house still had a little... Hi, baby Marshall. The orchid house... Hi, Jelly. Anyway, the orchid house still needed some work. And now I can't remember what else I was going to say. But the butterflies began laying their eggs, which means soon we'll be having many more butterflies. A couple years back, I built a house for solitary bees using scrap lumber. Bees live here. Bzzz. I found this poor lady on the side of the road. Let's get her cleaned up and see what we can do. A fresh coat of paint really helps a lot. And now I'll use some weathering techniques to make her look like a classic garden statue. And our pretty garden statue is done. I think Mom would have liked to have met her. The weather is warming up, and all the butterfly eggs are hatching. They grow so quickly and come in a variety of shapes, colors, and sizes. It's hard to believe these chunky little oddballs will be flying around the garden in just a few weeks. Meanwhile, everything is starting to bloom again. These black sunflowers are my favorite, as are the Mexican sunflowers. A little green orchid bee has come to say hello. Hello, bee. Bzzz. A few more weeks have gone by, and now the magic begins. The butterflies. Maybe I should become a butterflyologist. I guess it's not too late. I sure do like them. I could watch butterflies all day long. So I think I'm going to make you guys watch them for a while too. I'm not sure why, but this year the Mexican sunflowers grew to a height of 15 feet. The butterflies love this flower. All summer long, the entire backyard was filled with butterflies. Construction on the orchid house was completed and given a final coat of paint. One of Mom's old garden trowels became the door handle. Today is National Donut Day. Time for a donut break. The last thing to complete was the garden gate. I happened to find a couple doors that fit exactly into the frame. They needed a little fixing up, so I fixed them up. I painted a couple of ornate table legs and used them as door handles. Hey, it worked! Not bad for a bunch of stuff I found on the side of the road. It's been 4 years since I started this garden. It's definitely seen some ups and some downs. But like an old friend, it's been there for me the entire time. I still have much more I need to do, but gardens are never really finished. And just like life, offer up challenges and surprises, disappointments and happiness. One last thing I'd like to share is this spider plant. It's actually a cutting of a cutting of a cutting and so on, going back before I was born. It's constantly producing babies, which quickly grow up to become more spider plants. It was given to me by my mother when I was very young. Needless to say, I've had it for a while. It's the plant that got me started in gardening in the first place. I've spent a lot of time and effort on this garden, and I really love the way it all turned out. This garden has become a tribute to the memory of my mother. She left me with a sense of gratitude, inspiration, hope, and imagination. This place reminds me of everything she was. She brought so much kindness and love into this world. She was a wonderful person and mother, and was always there for me. I think about her every day, and how many special moments we shared together. And I know she would have really loved our secret garden.